How's it going, guys? It's Joe. Welcome to the channel. Today's going to be another GAC 5v5 with double fleets, and we're going to be going against this gent here, and I can't pronounce this guy's name yet again. Unfortunately, looking at our GP, he's got about 500k more in that regard. In terms of relics, he's got more tier 7, and I've got more lifetime banners. Ultimately, looking at the gear 13 count here, I've got 87 and he's got 77. And in terms of mods, I've got a bit of an edge in the speed plus 15 as well as plus 20. Although we're pretty close in that regard, he's got 30 more plus 100 offensive mods. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, looking at this gentleman's stats, he's got pretty high up in Kyber, and he's doing pretty well from what I can gather here. In his GAC history, he does like to place one Galactic Legend and save one, just in case. And unfortunately, he didn't work too much on his ships. As you can see, he's got about a 6-star malevolence there, and he doesn't have the negotiator as of yet, so I can probably use this to my advantage. So this gentleman has gone and done his offense, it looks like, and I will give you a recap towards the end, so sit back for that. For now, I'm going to utilize my bounty hunter squad, and we're going to try and smash this scoundrel team here. So first off, we're going to use our mass assist onto Kira, taking care of her there. Cara Dune is at gear 12, so we make quick work of her as well. We did try to use a big hit onto Nest here, however she's pretty tanky. So probably going to try and get to our payout here to begin with, as we have made quick work of this scoundrel team. However, now we are currently stuck behind Zalbar's taunt, and now we've got our payout. We're going to get rid of Zalbar with that second ability. We're going to use a mass assist onto Vandor. And ultimately, we just want to get rid of Nest, so we're going to use that Disintegrate. See you later, Nest. And hopefully we can get our banners back with that healing. And we do for a solid 60 banner win. So it's pretty awesome using that bounty hunter squad, guys. Let me know what you think. I've been using it against Night Sister squads in that particular scoundrel team. It can also work against a ton of Separatist squads that are led by Dooku or Newt Gunray. Now, I don't really have a use for Grandmaster Yoda here, as I'm going to be utilizing Jedi Knight Revan against the Kylo Ren. So I decided I may as well use him against this Padme Squad and just do a Padme Mirror matchup. Now, I haven't done one of these in so long, guys, so I'm a bit rusty, although from what I can remember, this involves a ton of RNG. Now we're going to try and dispel this GK, and we did save Padme's cleanse here. Well, as you can see, R2-D2 is doing a ton of damage. So I did end up utilizing Anakin's AoE ability just to get the protection up and healing. And I tried to use my kick on their Jedi Knight Anakin, which did not work for me, unfortunately, and I'm about to lose GK here. So I did end up utilizing that cleanse, and now use another mass assist onto Anakin, which still doesn't do much. And as you can see, R2-D2 is doing a ton of work on the opposing team, and we did have 16 stacks of courage on Anakin. However, that attack missed because of foresight, However, his AoE doesn't, and effectively obliterates Padme there. And we win, although it's a messy 53 banner win. In the back walls, it looks like he's got a JTR and a Bugs team. So effectively, I could have used CLS against that Padme team, and it would have probably given me better bannerage. However, I haven't been able to test that that much at this point. So I may do in the next one. However, we're going to go straight for this Kylo Ren squad. And we're going to be utilizing our JKR team. So I tried a different approach this time around. And I marked Hux here. Now the issue here is I need to get Foresight as soon as I possibly can. So I did use that third heal from Hermit Yoda. And I am stuck behind this mark for the time being. So I decided to just stun Hux. And the problem that had occurred here at this point is that ability block didn't actually touch Kylo Ren, so unfortunately he was still able to cleanse his whole team with that Furious Onslaught, which is really unfortunate, as if that had occurred and he was able to only utilize his basic, it would have been a much better outcome for us. So at this point I was just trying to apply ability block onto Sith Trooper there, and as you can see it turned into a mess fairly quickly, and I had no choice at that point. So I passed this turn onto Basti, get an ability block on that Stormtrooper, and I'm just passing turn meter on this Sith Trooper. However, we did get a solid counterattack, and ultimately Kylo gets to his ability there, which is pretty problematic. And as you can see, things aren't looking too good. And at this point, usually this is a loss. However, we did get that dodge from that blind from Luke's second ability, and we did get a counterattack at 1 point, or 2 points there, which is pretty solid, and we were able to use a basic to win the match. Now, terrible banners, however, it's always great to just one-shot Galactic Legend teams. And towards the end there, I believe that was pure luck. RNGesus was on my side at that point, guys. So in this next battle, I'm going to be using my Vader team here. You can see I did throw in IPD, as he's quite reliable to use when there's Taunting Tank. So I'm going to use my Force Crush here. And I haven't got too many debuffs on the field as of yet. So I'm just going to throw out a bunch of ability blocks. And now I'm going to use another Force Crush. I'm going to use that second ability, and we're going to remove that taunt. Now we're going to place Fear on Finn, and we're going to place this Bactoid Shield onto Thrawn. Now that Thrawn's taken a turn, we're going to place Fracture. We have about 12 debuffs on this Finn, so we should be able to get rid of him. 200k damage there on that Culling Blade. And now we're going to place ability block onto Poe as well. We've got another opportunity to utilize Merciless here. And now on the next turn we're going to use Force Crush. And looking at that, we've got about 15 debuffs on Ray, which theoretically should have done the trick. However, we didn't crit. So it was about 220k damage, which Ray ate like an absolute beast. And we've got her at damage immunity. So the thing is, my team's probably going to survive her ultimate ability. But we're not going to get good banners in this matchup, as I doubt that we'd be able to recover the protection after that. It always helps to get rid of Finn fairly early, as really he's the fuel for this team, as he's got a cleanse, he does a decent amount of damage, and once he does take a turn it can be problematic. So we survive that ultimate ability. I get rid of Poe. We've got less debuffs on Ray at this point, but we've got Fee here at this point, so we should be able to get solid number of debuffs on Ray. And this should do the trick here. So we crit that time and we get about 600k damage. So 55 banner win, not too bad. Typically I get more banners in that particular counter. Didn't work for me this time around, but I'm still happy that I one-shot that Galactic Legend team. And now we're left with the Kylo Ren Unmasked team here in the top. And we do still have gas. Although I do believe we're not going to get very good banners in this battle either. Although at this point I don't believe I was too worried about banners. So quickly get rid of the executioner there and the officer in the back. And the main problem here was the OG Kylo that utilized his second ability had taken away a ton of protection. And we get rid of Kylo Ren Unmasked there. In the back walls at the bottom, we've got this Jedi Training Ray team, and we do still have CLS and Chewpio. And you're really about to see the insane amount of damage this team applies as we obliterate BB-8 there, as everyone's assisting constantly. And every time Chewbacca does a basic, everyone regains a bit of health and protection as well. So this is such a solid team to have, guys. And it does beat down a ton of teams as well. Made quick work of this team, and everyone's pretty healthy apart from Chewbacca. So as you can see, we got a 59 banner win on that battle. And lastly, we've got the bugs here in the back, which we did save Traya for, as I could have used Traya in that Vader lineup. However, I was anticipating that he would save bugs in the back, as he typically does based on his GAC history. So the bugs take a ton of turns at the beginning. That's a pretty common thing. Nihilus is able to increase the cooldowns a bit. I'm gonna isolate the brute in the back and pass this on to Nihilus. And now I did bring in Kylo Ren Unmasked here, as he's a pretty solid tank to have in the team, as well as Magna Guard. We're gonna use a Dispel here. We've got a ton of pain on the field, and I was able to get to my Annihilate, so use that on Spy, get Geobrute Alpha out of the way, and that was a pretty solid win. And it's looking like he didn't really place heavy defense in terms of the fleets in the back. So I did save my Malevolence on offense, as I've been practicing utilizing this particular capital ship on offense. And it's pretty solid, I've got to say. It's just it's not as good as the Negotiator in terms of getting banners back. And I've learned not to use my Rebel fleet against this particular lineup with the Thrawn capital ship and the that Empire bomber, as it's as you can see, it's about to apply burning on us. However, we do have buzz droids out in the field, so we quickly make good work of these Empire ships. We bring out the spy, and we're going to drop Palpy's ship there for a 63 banner win. And the second fleet that he set was actually a finalizer fleet. And I did still have my Rebel fleet along with my Houndstooth here. And although I hadn't used my Rebel fleets in a while, and I haven't really practiced this lineup, I just wanted to quickly get rid of Kylo Ren Unmasked ship there, as it's got a stun on a basic, which is pretty annoying. So use our Mass Assist there, get rid of him fairly quickly. And he brings out Boba Fett's ship. As you can see, our Houndstooth is tanking a ton of damage. So I decided to bring out Cassian so we can get rid of that taunt. And now we're going to quickly get rid of the First Order SF TIE pilot as well. We're going to heal up Cassian here, get our banners back, and kill him off on that basic, as we're able to apply target lock. So ultimately, I believe this is the final score, and it's pretty solid matchup, guys. I do like setting both Galactic Legends on defense, as it just gives you a ton of flexibility. And if you're able to trip your opponent on either Galactic Legend, it always helps, as it's really tough cleaning up Galactic Legends like this. So I did mix it up a bit. As you can see, I've got Revan on that SLKR team, and I've got Malak on the Ray team, which he tripped on both of those. And it's the first time I've ever placed my Negotiator on defense, but it did help that I was able to scout my opponent, as he didn't have the Negotiator yet. So I could afford to place that on defense. So I hope you liked the content today. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.